So when we speak of settling the body, speech, and mind in their natural state, it's not a matter of simply relaxing or releasing stress. We relax every time we fall deep asleep. We're very relaxed. But the mind is also very dull. We're deep asleep. We don't even know we're sleeping. So this issue of settling in the natural state suggests a type of dynamic balance, a dynamic equipoise, in terms of being, on the one hand, very deeply at ease, relaxed, loose, but also clear and vigilant. Mentally, it's a very energetic state of awareness. It's clear, it's sharp, it's ready for action, but it's also relaxed. It's that balance between the sense of ease, of relaxation, of softness, and the clarity, the sharpness, the energy of a mind that's ready to be put to work. Or even for the body itself, if one is practicing some form of athletics, you don't want to be tight. Whatever the athletic is, whatever the sport might be, it won't go so well if you're tight, right? You want to be loose, but not so loose that you can't do the task at hand. So I find this a very useful preliminary, not only for meditation, not only for giving a talk, listening to a talk. Frankly, I think this simple preparation, which can be much shorter, I laid it out in some detail, so that was something like 10 minutes. But once you get the hang of it, you can settle your body, speech, and mind in this kind of dynamic equilibrium in a matter of seconds. It doesn't need to be many minutes. Like riding a bicycle. When you're first learning, it takes some time not to fall off. But once you've learned how to ride a bicycle, you hop on and you ride, right? So, to prepare one's body and mind to do something very meaningful, settling body, speech, and mind in this natural state, relaxed and yet clear, vigilant, energetic. I think that would be a very good way to begin any classroom, whether in university level or even for kindergarten, for 5-year-olds. This is not complicated. This is not something small children can't do. They just need a bit of encouragement, a bit of, how do you say, training. So whether for education, how can we learn anything if we're tight, if we're anxious, uptight? How can we learn anything if the mind is not clear? If the mind is not focused? If to varying extent we're suffering from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD. If you have attention deficit, how can you learn anything? You're not paying attention. But if you have attention hyperactivity, you're paying attention, but to all kinds of things. Because the mind is scattered, going here and here, like a little bird jumping from one limb of a tree to another. How can you learn anything if your attention is scattered? So, for education, to get an education, the mind must be a suitable vessel to receive the knowledge, the insights, the practical skills the instructor might have to offer. But you may have a brilliant instructor, but if your mind is not a suitable vessel, then you don't get benefit, right? And so for education, even in business, if one comes to a board meeting and is discussing policy for one's company, it seems to me this would be a good way to spend the first 2 minutes. Everybody gathered around the boardroom table. And first, before we jump into the task at hand, which will require intelligence and memory and creativity and discipline and insight, we need to get the job done. True, yes? Wouldn't the job be better done, more effectively done, if everybody at the boardroom table is beginning the formal meeting relaxed, still, composed, and clear, energetic, bright? So, for the mundane tasks of the world, of running businesses, of getting education, and then, of course, of mental health, a balanced mind is really the key. So that's how we begin. So, my dear friend,